morning everybody, and welcome to another map and lens video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I'll go into the reasons for that in a little bit. But it's a lovely spring morning and it is MOT day for the NT. So that's where we're headed now. We're on our way over to the MOT station and see how she gets on. Now in my time I've done an awful lot of MOTs on cars, but this will be the very first MOT that I've done on a motorbike. So I've had a little look through the government website just to see the sort of things that are included, and I've done as much base checks as I can do, but I guess we'll see. I do feel a little bit different about a bike MOT than I do with a car one. It seems to be that certainly whenever I put a car in for an MOT, I just want the car to get through its MOT and pass, and then I can crack on with the rest of my life. Whereas I see this a little bit differently with a bike. I see this as a good opportunity just to make sure that everything is in order and that everything's safe and that the bike's in good fettle. I think it's a little bit more important when it's a bike than a car. You just don't have that extra level of protection that you have. So let's see, 10 o'clock we're booked in, and hopefully everything will be okay, and if there isn't, if there's a problem, then we can get it looked at and get it resolved. I would say there seems to be an awful lot more car MOT places near to where I live than there is bike ones, and I don't have that history with them, so I don't really know where's a good place, where's a bad place. So kind of plumb for the one that was closest really. My thought being that if it proves to be a good place, it's nice and convenient, and it also looks like they do repairs and things like that. So I like to try and do bits and bobs of maintenance myself. There's always going to be bits that I can't do, so it's good to try and find a dealer as well, a garage as well that can repair things. This is only going to be a short video, just to get back into the swing of things. But I thought it doesn't hurt to bring you guys along just to see how we get on. Considering swapping the tyres on the NT, so I'll be interested to see what the MOT centre says about the ones that are on it. I've tried to find an age stamp on the side of them, but I can't. Just to see if, whilst there's plenty of tread on the fronts left, the back's a little squared off from the Scotland trip. So I thought, well, I suppose it's not unheard of that if a bike's not used much that the tread wouldn't wear down too quickly, but I did want to try and find out how old they are at least, so I've got a point of reference about whether the rubber might need swapping out. But either it's not there or I'm doing a really bad job of finding it, because I just can't see it. Interesting thing about this garage where the bike's going to is that coincidentally it seems to be right next door to a coach dealership that I did my apprenticeship when I was at school as an apprentice fitter. This will be the first time I've been along here since I was a kid, which is interesting. Right, it should be along here. We're in plenty of time, which is always good. Don't want to be rushing. Also don't want to be holding anybody up, and right, so just back from the MOT station, and good news, bike's all fine, straight through, no advisories, no issues, so that's really good. Means they can start enjoying some of the weather and getting back out again. So I haven't used it much, not only because the MOT expired, but because I had a little off on her. I was turning around a fairly tight right-hander, and there was some fluid or something on the road. I don't know what it was, oil, because there was no wasn't any rings or anything, any rainbow effect or anything like that, but there was definitely something, and the back end just went and she just crashed down. So yeah, a little bit of a confidence shake again, so it's going to be back to building up confidence and practicing and getting used to it again. Unfortunately, some of the new bits and bobs that I put on the bike are now damaged, so I need to try and fix those. Give you a little tour. So starting at the front, we scraped this again, the engine bar protector, which doesn't concern me too much because these are not that expensive and they're sacrificial anyway, but what it has done is it's destroyed some of the fairing when it came off. So that is frustrating because that's going to mean I'm going to have to sort out a new fairing. The lower fairing panel that I put on took the brunt of the fall, and it's all scuffed up and it's got a couple of holes in it, so it doesn't look great. But you can get some fiberglass repair kits, I think, from Halford, so I'm going to have a little go and see if I can at least do something to make it better. I'm not going to replace it with a new part until I can stop falling off it. And then further back, the new exhaust that I put on is a little bit scuffed up as well. Some of this will probably polish out. If I can get a new bar for it, then it's not too bad, and let's clean it up a little bit. And then finally the rear pannier lid. Some road scuffs on it as well, but some of those will polish out as well. Some of them are not too deep, and I can do some bits and bobs with that. So all in all, a little disappointed, a little frustrated. Yeah, so I mean, it's all part of learning, I guess. And I wasn't hurt, and my wife wasn't hurt. So that's the most important thing. Bikes can be replaced, but people can't, so that's what really matters. But it's got a full year's ticket on it, no advisories, so it's back to practicing, improving the skill and getting my confidence back up again. So there'll be more Map and Lens videos coming real soon. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in a little bit.